If you want $2,000 a month in income, traditional finance says you need at least $600K. I'm going to show you how to generate the exact same cash flow with $150K of your own money. Same income, less than a third of the capital. The traditional baseline is straightforward. You invest $600,000 in solid dividend stocks, yielding around 4%. That gives you $24,000 a year, or $2,000 a month. It works, it's just slow to save up to. The Margin Snowball approach generates the exact same income but uses leverage and higher yield ETFs to do it with a fraction of the capital. Same $24,000 a year. $150,000 invested. Let me show you how. Instead of buying a 4% yield, I use my portfolio as collateral to borrow against it at 4.15%. M1 Finance's current rate. I deploy that borrowed money into covered call ETFs like SPYI and QQQI, which yield around 12%. That's an arbitrage. The spread between the 12% I'm collecting and the 4% I'm paying is real cash flow that hits my account every month. Let's run the math in FrostDeck. Set the target to $2,000 a month in net income. The simulator does the rest. It tells me I need about $150K of my own equity, plus $64K in margin debt. Total portfolio, $214K. Loan to value held at exactly 30%. That's my safety threshold. After paying margin interest at 4.15%, my net dividend income clears $2,000 a month. Every month, without selling a single share. Now the obvious question. What happens when the market crashes? Do you get margin called and lose everything? Yes, leverage cuts both ways. The reason this strategy survives drawdowns isn't luck. It's the strict 30% LTV cap. Let me show you what the buffer actually looks like under stress. Here's the stress test on that exact 214K portfolio. At a 34% drawdown, that's COVID, my LTV climbs from 30% to about 45%. I'm in my warning zone. Uncomfortable, but functional. Now push it to 2008 levels. A 57% crash. My LTV is now around 70%. Deep in the red zone. But here's what most people don't realize. Even at 2008 levels, I'm still below my broker's margin call threshold. The 30% LTV cap I started with creates that buffer. The strategy survives extreme drawdowns. It doesn't survive infinite drawdowns, but it survives the ones that have actually happened. I'm running this exact strategy on my own portfolio right now. Started in November. Today I'm at $244 a month in net dividends. FrostDeck projects it'll hit about $672 a month by next April. That's not a $2,000 a month from the headline. The headline number is what $157,000 in capital can buy you today. My personal trajectory is what happens when you build up to that capital while running the strategy. The math works, the buffer works, the risk is real. That's the whole picture. I built FrostDeck specifically for people running the strategy. The what-if simulator, the stress test with custom scenarios, the income ladder with LTV-aware projections. Every number you saw in this video, you can run with your own portfolio. Waitlist link is in the description. Founding member pricing locks in for life. See you next week.